and then the 51 of Scarborough. Green is out. We are underway as they go to turn number 1, and hopefully this one is less eventful than the modifieds were. So everybody off and running in good order. On the front of it right now, Don Bellin brings him off turn number 4. Jay Lyas riding in second with 1 lap in, and the Dancing Bear is third. Ketchum riding 4th on the bottom. Ketchum is right there. Then Jeremiah Munson in 5th. Out on the outside, Wilder has now moved up to be 6th. McCoy is 7th. Angela Hort working the outside. She and Bodie Bellinger right together. And Varon is right behind them. Then it's Derek McGrew with a 26, now working outside of Varon. So McGrew's on the move. In the meantime, Bellin is out in front. Jay Lyas riding in second. Ketchum's number 5 right there in third. Jeremiah now takes third. Ketchum 4th. Wilder racing 5th. We have somebody really running rough. I think it's Graves, number 96. 3 dropping back a bit. That's Katie Eckler. McCoy went around. And I'll tell you what, those McCoy cars, they have had an eventful evening. Those guys are going to have some work to do back at the shop this week. Bodie Bellinger in and out of the infield in the backstretch. Stretch they run. Don Bellin still in that number 1 spot. Jeremiah taking an outside lane down off turn 4, and Munson hooked it on the top of the racetrack, and Munson came. Oh, Don Bellin turns at turn 2. Bellin spins up in turn number 2, and everybody looks like they're going to get by.
Hold your position. Hold your position.
Once Jeremiah Munson went by Don Bellin, something they got out from underneath him up there on the outside of the turn. Ketchum is now going to be your Sam Munson in that number 1 position. Jeremiah, the Kevco car, back on the hammer as they come off the turn. Ketchum, Lyas, and now Wilder as they bump coming down off turn number 4, and McGrew down in the bottom, and we have 1 car on the outside of turn number 1. With the 81, he has come from deep in the field already, and he is right there. So Jason Harrington diving to the bottom of the racetrack, and Harrington and Lyas working on each other, and DeSicchio up on the outside. Harrington and DeSicchio split Lyas. They went on each side of him as they went up off the turn. Bodie Bellinger is now driven inside of Angela Hort, and the young Bodie is on the way towards the front with the number 15. Jeremiah Munson sprinting away. Here comes Wilder on the outside. Wilder's starting to reel him in. He is now pulled up into that number 2 spot. Back there in third is the 5 of Ketchum. Derek McGrew riding in 4th. Harrington is 5th. DeSicchio is 6th. Bodie Bellinger 7th. Lyas is 8th. 9th is Angela. And 10th is Ricky Quick. And a spin up in turn number 2. Billy Barbick going around at the bottom of the turn, and he is facing the wrong way up in turn, and McGrew is right behind him. Then Wilder with a 21K. Jeremiah Munson riding on the front of it. Harrington right there in second. And we're watching the 21K of Wilder to see if he can draw down on Derek McGrew. Catch him in the number 5 spot. DeSicchio 6th on the outside. Then it's Ricky Quick down on the bottom, riding in 7th. Angela Horde is 8th. Bodie Bellinger 9th. Aaron Jacobs is 10th, and Jacobs looks inside. He'll try to take that 9th spot away. Munson out in front right now with Harrington in tow. Derek McGrew can't run with him. McGrew dropping back. Then it's the Wilder 24. And right now, Jeremiah Munson pretty stiff and pretty tough on the front end. Jason Harrington had worked his way through this entire field all the way up to second. And now seems to have flattened out a little bit. He hasn't been able to run with Jeremiah Munson. Jason Harrington right there in that number 2 spot. Up on the outside, Derek McGrew. Wilder is 4th, DeSicchio is 5th, Ketchum is 6th, Ricky Quick is 7th, 8th is Angela Horde off turn 4. Derek McGrew on the outside, trying to drive around the outside of Harrington. Harrington down on the bottom, and he will not give it up as he is holding on in that number 2 spot. Jeremiah Munson in front. Wilder holding off DeSicchio. Ricky Quick has Angela Horde right on his bumper as they go up the backstretch, and Ketchum is just in front of them. Wilder and DeSicchio battling. 2 to go for Jeremiah. Harrington holding on in that number 2 position right now. Corey Wilder right behind the 26 of McGrew. Bodie Bellinger off the pace a little bit. 1 to go. Jeremiah in front. Harrington second. Derek McGrew 3rd. Wilder 4th. DeSicchio is 5th. 5 of Ketchum is 6th. 7th is Ricky Quick, and 8th is Angela Horde, and Munson picks up the win. Jeremiah got there. Jeremiah Munson of Ephrata. Munson's 8th win on the season. Street stocks ready to roll. We're going to be bringing them out.
21K and 55.
Full fendered frenzy of street starting 15th will be the 171 of Roger Newkirk. Starting in 16th will be the number 90 of Dan Winooski. And starting 17th will be the 73B of Cody Blue. Starting 18th, the 17R of Chris Reckner. Starting 19th will be the 2M of Shannon McDermott. 20th starting spot will be the 45 of Tom Johnson. Starting in 21st will be the 36 of Brandon Amy. Starting 22nd will be the 4 of Kyle Wright. 23rd will be the 22H of A.J. Walters, and starting in 24th will be the 45P. And there's Jeremiah. Jeremiah picks up the win, the Kevco 351. And he's headed for double figures as far as the win column goes. He is 1 away from going into doubles on the year. A good run. Held off the invaders that were knocking on the door as we're ready to go street stock racing. Another good win for the Kevco guys. And don't forget, here comes NISCA, New York State Stock Car Association, Kelly Keefe and the gang, collecting new members tonight, paying bonus money to the racers as the field makes its way through the features. Oh, geez. Okay. Hey, don't forget, let me, I got the 50-50 numbers here somewhere. Oh, my bad. $625, the winning number for the cash, 833042. 833042 for the money. For the racing Earnhardt mug, 834182. 834182. And for the race hat, 506906. 506906. For the money, 833042. 833042. 834-182 for the mug and 506-906 for the hat. $625. Nice payoff. Hope you've got it. Hope you have it. Jeremiah Munson back to victory lane, and as the field is staged up and ready to roll here with the street stocks in the backstretch.